Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Thursday evening, 8 p.m., and you're listening to the home of Commodore 64 remixes, Slay Radio. Let us spice up your evening with Slaygon's incoherent ramblings.
Anywho Hazel.
And Ziona's pro dance moves to the best selection of remixes, sits, and demo scene tracks. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this thing. Slay tuned.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just sorting things out. As usual, things don't really work out as they're supposed to, so took a bit of a while to get things sorted, but I think we are live everywhere, which is good.
You
Hello,
think?
people.
Hi. This is Slaygon.
Hello, and that is Ziona.
Yeah, and you don't see probably, but we are sitting in the same room, even if it doesn't look like. So,
well, we can do this little experiment again. Okay, so this is me. Hi, and over there is Ziona.
okay then. Now that you know how we sit, except what?
Except what?
Except those who only listen and don't watch.
She's to the other side there. Yeah, there.
To the other side. Everyone understood this. Yeah.
So, that's the technical description of the location. So yeah, oops, I am all blurry now. That's cool. Yeah, follow my hand. Follow my hand.
Is it now?
Stupid camera. Yeah, it doesn't want to focus on me. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm blurry.
So.
Hi.
Silly. So today's concept of the show was born because tomorrow I'm going to have a company party which has a theme of the 80s. And we were wondering if we should make this as an 80s show or maybe we should include the 90s as well. And as you might know it, I'm never against 90s music for some odd reason.
Very, very odd.
Very not against it. And also I learned today that apparently in Stockholm there will be a party that I was looking for 12 years. Because it's so rare and because
most of them are in Japan.
Most of them are in Japan, yeah. Music made by Italian people, which is called Eurobeat. And probably from this scene, not many of you are interested in that, but it's kind of the reactions of the people usually are interesting when they learn about this, that I'm listening to this. These are basically Dance Revolution type of tracks. So Eurodance, but a little bit faster. And there will be a party in August with those tracks. So I'm looking forward to that. Slaygon is not, but he kind of promised maybe that he will be around.
I haven't said a word about it.
Well, it was very, very... He's not sure yet. Let's stay that way, but
no,
if anyone...
He's not.
Yeah, if anyone wants to join to such party to us, then just so you know, at 10th August in Stockholm, there will be a Eurobeat para party. Ha! So anyway, and then before that, 1 week before, there will be Data Storm in Gothenburg, so obviously then we will be there.
And at the same time, this party is going on.
Oh, Aero Party, yes. He is wearing Aero Party's t-shirt.
The nice Spy versus Spy version of it.
Yeah, exactly. And the sad fact is that we cannot split ourselves and be simultaneously at 2 places. So this is very sad, but unfortunately the physical laws are limiting us. So That's the drill, and we expect you to request 80s, 90s related remixes today. I mean, it's...
There was a question before the show started by Tenor Recluse. Said, what even counts as 80s plus 90s? Technically, isn't that nearly every original C64 tune?
Yeah, technically the originals are definitely that. I think we would be curious rather about remixes today, though. Maybe we can squeeze in 1-2 original SIDs as well, if they kind of relate somehow. But to give you an example, I prepared a remix to start off with. So,
Yeah, good.
how about Slaygon's In Karate Space Synth remix to start off the show with?
Space synth, of course.
So, there it goes. So, in case you are wondering what type of tracks we are expecting today, okay, it can be. It's not only dance. I promise. Really, it's not. I really love dance.
Yeah, it could be like I guess Vangelis type or Jean-Michel Jarre. So Marcel type stuff, or O2.
A rocky type of stuff. Like I guess Johan Andersson has definitely a few tracks that would fit this category as well.
Probably, yeah.
Yep.
And someone was complaining that when you looked at me and spoke, it looked like you were looking at a wall. So I actually switched places.
Excellent. So now I'm on the right side. No.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
No.
Great.
Yes. Wait. What? No, the other right. Wait. What?
Okay. I promise I try not to move my legs that I usually do because it might look weird on the camera, but I do it anyway. Yeah.
Oh, you're sitting quite high as well.
Yeah. And
you
I'm
can
trying.
lower the chair a little bit if you want to, but
No.
No,
I'm
Why
fine.
would I?
I'm fine.
Okay.
Not going to hide behind the microphone if we are doing this thing. Thing. So yeah, anything that is like typical 80s, 90s, it is very welcome for today as a request. So, and this is really a wide range of tracks because it can be really guitar tracks, disco, rock.
Yeah, if it's not obvious, you can just write in what way it's relevant or whatever.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
We're not very strict today anyway.
No,
like
no,
80s.
because most of the tracks also has things to do with this era anyway. So
yeah, but mostly it's like 80s, who cares? 90s, who cares?
I'm looking at you now.
Yes.
What do you mean? Who cares?
I can see that on the cameras.
What do you mean? Who cares? Who cares? Where? No, it's. You are basically making an opinion about my favorite eras of music. What do you mean? Who cares?
Well, obviously you do, but
I do. And I think I'm not alone.
No, I don't think you're alone.
Well, that's a great news at least.
You are not alone.
And that's 90s, by
Yes,
the way.
I know.
But they started in the 80s and they
Yes,
were called
they did.
modern talking. Yeah,
Yes,
definitely.
They were. Oops.
Yeah. So I'd say that the tracks that don't fit this box, there are definitely less tracks that don't fit this box from the 4,000 or over 4,000 remixes we have.
I haven't counted.
Instant Remedy's early works definitely fit the box, but for instance, the latest dance tracks, they are rather like after 2000s. So this...
Yeah, it's a wide range of categories or styles, rather. Anything from 1980 to 1999. That's 20 years of music styles. And so
yeah.
kind of, well, covers most of it except for EDM, I guess.
Well,
or black metal.
Black metal. No? There wasn't black metal in the 90s? No?
Well, yes, they were. Damn it.
Okay.
I was just thinking early 90s it wasn't really big, but oh well.
Yeah, I guess it all depends. And hello Martin, hello Spawatch, joining our IRC channel.
Sonic Wanderer joined us on Facebook.
And many more.
Yeah, and Gabrielle and Shell
And Vicky.
and
Hi
Zifoy.
Vicky. Nice to see you here. And of course Aggie as well, if you are listening, my ex-classmate.
Yeah.
Very nice to see
And
you guys.
interesting feature that I just noticed, Jason Parker made a comment on Facebook, and above his name there was a little crown icon, and then it said top fan. I don't know what that means, but well, hello there, top fan.
Probably he cares a lot about what we do in a way. So, and Foucault is smelling something in the air. Oj, 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 okej
Säg
then.
hej till alla. Ja, precis. Hey.
Say hey. Didn't you say
Hey,
that
hey,
we are talking
hey.
in English now?
Yes. But not with the cats. They don't understand English.
Oh, really? They don't.
No.
They understand me very well.
They are cats. They do not understand anything.
Okay then, how about playing a track?
Oh, I think that is a massively great idea.
Cheers, Metanoid. He had several requests already,
Whee!
and I picked...
Requests are good.
Yep, they are. And I picked Emre Bulsat and Eurodance.
Uh-huh. I wonder why.
I don't know. Yeah, technically, this would probably be the most similar to the second part of the 90s when Sesh and some other dance projects appeared on the scene, like Ecuador and things. But yeah, this is still a bit later, maybe in style.
8 bits later.
8 bits later. Oh, your humor never lets you down, right?
Well, it lets me down quite often.
I don't know what to say.
Sometimes silence is golden.
Mm-hmm. And I guess, Slaygon, you also heard that they want the 64 to be back. So around December, the new 64s will be out on the market, but these 64s are not the 64s that you could get used to.
Yeah,
So-
Butenfreund on the shop box said, anyone want a brand new full-size C64 with working keyboard? Gonna be available in December. I said, no, I want one with a broken keyboard. So I'm shit out of luck.
Yeah, you are definitely out of luck if we think of this project, because it will be able to handle several things, including the 64 and the WIC 20
Mm-hmm.
as well. And there will be like a lot of well, it will have like recent slots now, so USB and
Yeah.
It's
So
not-
basically an
technically
emulator.
yeah, technically
Well,
it's not really
yeah, yeah, and there's been quite a few of those around over the years, and I'm very skeptical.
Yeah, you are not the only one who is skeptical. I saw Vincenzo just posting this with the comment, why?
Yeah.
Why this happens?
There's what was it, like 34 million units sold during the time it was still sold.
Mhm.
So 34 million from the shops have been sold. So there's quite a few of them around. And if you go to a flea market or whatever, you can pick one up for like £5 or dollars or whatever. It's piss cheap. So why would you invest in a new emulated version of the machine? I
Well,
just don't
because
get it.
maybe some people want the nostalgic factor without the cumbersome game loading up, like, you know, from the cassette.
Yeah,
if you did that.
Yeah,
and-
get a chameleon then. Then you just have a small SD card. It's kind of a credit card sized, like a cartridge, like a centimeter high or something. And you can load 2,500 games on that, and just plug an HDMI cable in it and a joystick, and you're good to go.
Yeah, but you learned nothing about the mentality change of the people. Now they need ready-made solutions. Like,
How is this not a ready-made solution? You plug it in and you play.
but plug and play. Yeah.
Yes. I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, I get it that you don't get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good question. Also, I have seen today a phone case for iPhones.
God, those were cute though.
Yeah, with, well, almost a real
it's-
Game Boy
Yeah,
type of thing.
it's kind of like the mini 64. That's also cute.
Yeah,
It's kind of as functional, I guess, as the 64. But these phone cases are really cute, actually.
yeah, retro Game Boy iPhone cover, and you have several games on it. It's like, amongst the others, you have Mario Bros, Pac-Man, Tetris, Arkanoid.
Yeah, all the 80s games basically that
Seriously,
were on
yeah,
Game Boy, I guess.
And it's like you turn your phone and you play those games. And I totally love this idea, actually. I'm not really much of a gamer, but those games I still love to play. I have to tell you that, yeah. I stopped being a gamer like around the middle of 90s, I think. Since then, I didn't really seriously play with anything. Maybe occasionally, like some, but still those games are the real shit for me. So yeah,
I stopped being a gamer in the middle of a game.
in the middle
Fuck
of
this
a
shit.
game. In the middle of a game.
Yeah,
Which
actually,
was
shit.
the game?
I think it was Barbarian. I just wanted to hear the music. That was it, and I just realized that. What the fuck am I doing? I have more interesting things I could be doing. I can listen to the music, but yeah.
So then you recorded the music to a cassette.
Yes,
Mm-hmm. Okay then.
of course.
I see.
Who didn't?
Well, I saved them to Wave and MP3 later on. So because I'm the next generation, you know.
You youngster.
Yeah, I know. But at that time, no one did such a thing. So it was in the end of 90s. No, not no one. Obviously, there were people doing such thing, but there was no forum or wherever that they can gather together. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hello, Bozwank.
Oh, hi.
You nerd.
You naughty, naughty boy.
You naughty nerd.
Naughty nerd. Yeah, indeed.
Not a nerd.
Oh, yeah, he is. No, you cannot say that. Martin Land is
Hello.
with us. Hi, and
Is he? Where? What?
somewhere, somewhere in the ether. So, all right, something Ghostbusters then. Well, even if we, yeah, it's almost Ghostbusters. It's.
Sorry, carry on.
I'm sure he wants to hear your version as well. Why not doing one? But I picked Ghosts and Goblins Spooky Shuffle Mix for you. Hopefully it will give the vibes as well. Johan Andersson and Ghosts and Goblins Spooky
Mr.
Shuffle
Anderson.
Mix. Yeah, he is really good with that.
Yes, he is.
And
Like I said many times, it was a kind of a, in the beginning, a bit of a period where he was a bit unsure where he's going with all of this, but then it kind of crystallized out to this simplistic type of rock thing, and it just got better and better. I really like the
Yeah.
stuff he does.
definitely. I have to be among playlists to make it work. This is just such a weird system here still.
Yeah, it is a bit
I
weird.
don't understand. But, well, That doesn't mean that it's a weird system. I just don't understand it.
Well,
Is
that
that-
kind of sort of makes it a weird system.
But you kind of sort of made the weird system, you mean?
No. I mean, it's a weird system that you need to be in a specific place in the tree or whatever. It has all of that shit in the database. If you search for something, give me the results. I don't fucking care where it is. Just give me.
Yeah, track collection never works. You know that. I tried and it doesn't work.
Track collection.
Yeah, that's the above directory that we have. And no, it doesn't work.
No, because you need to go to not.
No, should we do this like on air? Really?
No. There.
Mm-hmm.
Search there.
Yeah,
Try.
and
Try. For fun.
no, it doesn't work. It
And
doesn't.
there.
I tried. It doesn't.
There's a lot of kill.
Yeah, that's
Kill,
not the
kill,
one
kill.
I'm looking for.
But did
Just so you know, Bosbank, it's...
Did you find it?
No, I haven't.
No, of course. Because then, if it doesn't find when it's there, then obviously it's not in the database. Of course, you won't find it.
Oh, Jesus.
So it does work as expected
So-
if it has the track.
Just so you know, Bosbank, it's your request again. It's usually your request that we have a problem with. And I don't know why we are not having those tracks around lined up, but Slaygon
And
did
I
it.
say that every week I'm gonna fix that, but I never do.
Oh,
I have other shit to do.
You have so important things to do now.
Ay,
The
ay,
Cinematic
ay,
64
ay, ay,
is...
ay, ay.
Yes. Ay, ay, ay.
Ay, ay, ay.
Oh my god. I just so regret. You have to show Puko now.
She's visible, kind of, sort of.
Kind of. No, that's
in
not
your-
the same angle.
No, in your camera.
No, hey Puko. Yeah, she knows that we are talking about
Yes.
her.
It does. Hey, Poco.
So...
Oi, oi, oi.
Oi, oi, oi.
Oi, 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 oi. Hey, Poco.
Okay. So,
Right. What do you
right.
have for us?
Another great example, actually. Now a 90s example, because I have shown an 80s example right at the start of the show.
Uh-huh.
But there is a good 19th example as well, and Instant Remedies early tracks were mentioned, and I figured out that it's been a while since we played this. I'm not even sure if I ever played it in a show, but it's just worth to mention in this context, because it's very 90s, and it's a medley, and it's Bit Live mix by Instant Remedies, so
Yes, I know which one you mean.
that is very, very, very 90s. So
Indeed.
if you can have such requests in any genre that was there in the 90s or 80s, that would be awesome. well, so yeah, this was very, very Eurodancey 90s, especially if you consider the drums and the bass line and everything. So it's like...
Yeah, and 303. Squeal, squeak.
The good old times. Yeah, I mean, it's not everyone's favorite era, but I'm in this very small amount of people who loves it. You know how bad it is to be alone with this thing. It's just... Okay, I know that I'm not alone, but there are way more people who love other types of... Oh, thank you for reminding me. And it's even worse with Eurobeat, just so you know.
Yeah, most of those things apparently happen in Japan.
Well, yeah. Yeah, but I'm in a very right country. This is like, I cannot be at a better country. Japan, I would visit for a short while. Probably I would not live there. So, yeah, I feel very satisfied here.
You could ask Gazoo how it is to live there. He lived there for a couple of years, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I don't doubt it's a nice adventure. It might be a nice adventure, but I'm sorry. I just moved here and I really love to live here. So let's think that way.
Yeah, I don't intend to actually move anywhere anytime soon.
Thank you. Yeah, I kind of realized today, because Facebook, that it's been 15 years. And no, there was no Facebook 15 years ago. But the funny fact that I kind of added this life event thing just as a funny reminder, because I was checking the calendar earlier on, that it's been exactly 15 years when I moved away from my hometown, from my parents, and I started my own life with my own salary and my own job. To the capital of Hungary, yay! And it was like it was summer break, because I was attending university type of highest education, I'd say, and I finished 1 year, and I was kind of putting this on hold, like, okay, if the job doesn't work out, or if I don't like it there, I can still return in September to the next year of the school. I never returned, obviously. I enjoyed too much my freedom and everything. So yeah, I was 21. Yeah. But yeah, what did I want to say with this actually? I wanted to tie it up somehow with the topic that we were talking about, but...
We were in Japan and Eurobeat and all of that shit.
Yeah, and exactly. Since then, I feel like it's not 15 years that spent, but 30, because so many things have happened that it's just, it was a busy 15 years, so to speak. So
yeah, I lived in Gothenburg for 29 years now.
Wow, that's amazing too. I mean, it's amazingly long period. If I think of that 15 years that I had, it's like 25 years from that perspective. Wow. And
29.
Yeah. 29, sorry. Yeah, 29. So yeah, sometimes it's just everything is relative. Time is very relative. And if you have like several changes or shifts in your life, then it feels like, hang on a minute. So
well, good that you have Facebook to remind you how much time has passed.
Yeah, I know. I mean, there are very much disadvantages of Facebook, obviously, but these are just funny features that comes up because randomly, why not?
Indeed, why not?
Anywho, Wolfgang had a backup request because he knows us, you, namely, who has his storage place here, and we don't have those tracks that he wants usually.
They are on the drive somewhere. I just haven't added them to any playlist or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm not going to apologize to Bosman. You will probably.
No, I that wasn't an apology really. It's just a fact.
Yeah.
And I keep saying that every week. I should sort that shit out, but then I never do. So yeah. Here we are again.
Here we go again.
Maybe next week.
Uh-huh.
Follow the saga. Or me doing jack shit with that.
Right. So, Boswank said, Rhine Gianluca Verrengia Rubicon version remixed into eternity.
That is very, very nice.
As a backup request. Also very 80s Joe Satriani style guitar action.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Very, very nice.
Yep. Here it comes. So hope, Boswank, that you will be okay for a while with this. And, well, there's always someone who is mocking me about my pronunciation, it looks like.
It wasn't me this time.
No, it wasn't you this time. It was Sonic Wanderer. Great. Celery. Okay, once again, how is salary pronounced properly in English?
Do you mean the
The
thing?
wage.
Oh,
Yeah.
salary.
Salary.
Yes.
Salary. Okay, well, very sorry. It
Salary
happens.
is the thing you put in food.
Yes, and I kind of almost got that today. I had an amazing salad for lunch.
That's nice.
Yeah. I didn't know that, but Gothenburg has amazing places for salads. So it's like they really have great salad bars. Now it's the third salad bar that I visited here. And I was very satisfied with the quality of the bowl and everything. So I really like it here. And you don't even know those places. Haha.
Oh, some of them I do. I used to eat out a lot when I worked in town, but now I really don't have much reason to go into town, because why would I?
Why would I? Well, there are several reasons for that.
Okay, name one.
It's beautiful. It's very nice to walk around there.
Yeah, I've seen it a couple of times. I used to work there, you know, and most of the time I actually spent in the middle of the city at work and going out and about and all that shit. So
that's not
been
a
there,
valid
done that.
reason. That's
yes,
not.
it is.
That
If
is-
you've seen the fucking place, you've seen the fucking place.
I'm sorry. I was living in Budapest for about 12 years, and I was in love with the city, and I completely loved, even for the 1000th time, to walk around the river, because it was beautiful.
And
it's
I
just,
get to walk around the river every day now. I don't need to go
you
into
do.
town. You do know the river has like 2 banks on it?
River is not the only reason why you start to walk. There are buildings, beautiful buildings. I know you don't appreciate buildings either.
Do they have walls?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
In
Wow.
worst cases, maybe they partially have walls only, but yeah. So, yeah, I'm sorry, there's several reasons to visit those places, but
Yeah, but like I said, been walking around that place for some 30 years almost. I've seen most of the houses, been in most of the houses.
I've seen it. It doesn't mean that you cannot go back to a place.
No, of course not. I was there only a few days ago.
Aha.
Oh, well, last week. Or whenever it was. I go there when it's needed. I don't go sightseeing.
What can I say?
I don't know.
You couch potato. You cannot deny that. And the funniest thing
well,
that
sure, but again, give me a reason and I might go. I don't go there just to walk around. I hate going around shopping. That's pointless.
pointless.
Unless I know exactly what I want, then I go and get it and then I go home again.
Well, I definitely need someone to shop with, I think. Whatever, do you hear this? It's just, seriously, there is a joy in shopping as well, but sometimes I go on my own because I know that I might annoy some people because I'm thinking for too long. So, like, I check everything possible that you can just check, and I analyze, and after that I'm choosing what I want. And yeah, it can be sometimes tiring, so I'm aware of that, and then I don't go with people. But other than that, fine. And by the way, good night, Whatever, for your lovely daughter who was listening.
Aww.
And she
Good night.
didn't want to go to sleep because she likes my voice. Oh, I will blush if I'm not blushed enough from my blush. But Jesus Christ, that's just so lovely to hear. And yeah, I really wish good night. And it's very weird now to see the video
now
on
you
the
see
screen.
yourself blushing on the screen.
Yeah. So let me
That's
go
fun.
back to IRC. That's way better side for me. And I think we might play Malthus's request, maybe.
What was
Which
that?
I'm not entirely sure if it ties up to our topic 100%, to be honest. Shenlong. And Shenlong was definitely the remixer of the year last year, but he creates mostly like after 2000 tracks, I think
It's
so.
kind
but
of more contemporary things.
But yeah, sometimes they sound ageless, and it's Last Ninja Wastelands in game by Shenlong, because Last Ninja was probably one of the first games I have ever played on a computer, says Malthus. Yeah, why not? I mean, we can probably do that. It's not really strict today, but we were just aiming for something, so...
Yeah, there's an 80s reference in there. First game, blah, 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 Last Ninja, etc.
Oh, and it's 3 minutes, 3 seconds, so it's
303.
303. Yeah. We have to play it then. Probably around 2000s, maybe.
Maybe.
I would say that it's definitely closer to that era, but it's
Indeed.
very nice. It's still very nice. Speaking of Shenlong, the packages, I mean, last year's prizes packages are definitely on the way to the recipients, just so you know.
Finally.
Finally. Finally they made it, and they will be there within a week or so, hopefully, by everyone.
Well, it's twice as fast at least than last time.
Well, yeah, and we have like very versatile package of remixers, because if you think of the fact that we posted things to Norway, Poland, Greece,
Italy,
and US,
hmm
then I think it's and no Swedes in this list. What happened to you people?
I don't know.
What happened?
Well, you should release a remix.
Oh, but well, now the identity crisis. Which scene I'm strengthening if I'm releasing a remix? Well, the thing is that
If the package comes here, Sweden.
well, yeah, but the thing is that there is only one remix competition in the entire Europe, just so you know, and it happens in Hungary at Aero Party.
I'm sorry, but you are wrong.
Why?
Because there's a remix competition every year on remix64.com.
Yeah, but this is not a local party thing. This is a worldwide internet happening thing.
Mhm.
So, and that one is a demo
You
scene
did not-
party compo.
Yes, but you did not specify that
Remix
part.
compo. Yeah, you're right. So it's the single remix competition happening, and certainly there will be a release. Even if this year, Cargo, if you are listening, I'm so very sorry about this. I
but-
really do.
But we covered it. I'm wearing the Arok t-shirt, so
No.
we're covered.
No, I mean, yeah, you are covered by that. But it's the thing is that I really regret this collision with the two parties, and in every other cases I would make it. And I have missed so far one Aero Party in 2014 when there was a vacation booked, pre-booked, and it was booked before the party was announced. So that was my only occasion when I missed Aero Party. This year, unfortunately, it looks like I will, because I cannot be simultaneously at two places, but I'm going to send something there. So it's not going to be like
Something.
yeah, and technically it's not going to be released as like a, I mean it will be partially a Swedish release as well, technically, I think so. And just a hint for the other participant, because I need that source file, just so you know, maybe at one point. It would be so great. I'm so excited to start with it.
You're so excited.
Yeah, I can't hide it. Definitely. And Malthus said, oh, I didn't even notice. Sorry for fucking up your show, Ziona. No, you didn't. No, Shenlong never fucks up any
he's
show.
Not sorry.
No, you don't have to say sorry, because Shenlong is Shenlong, and he is amazing. So,
And also, he wasn't sorry.
no, he is never sorry. Anyway, we'll see you soon, Malthus, hopefully at Datastorm. So,
Oh, yes. He actually is on the visitor list. So if you want to come to Datastorm and meet us, we will be there. And you can find out more about the party over at datastorm.party is the URL.
yep.
Yep.
And you have to register way before. And we have a request here that was made by J.U. Nebula.
Sorry.
Are you okay?
No, I'm just dying. Ignore me.
Okay then. Poor little thing. Poor big thing. Actually, I'm the little one next to you. But J.U. Nebula said he wants to hear Mackey and Personal Jesus, and Have you heard of this track? Actually?
I have, and
you
I
have,
do think
and
it's a cover of Depeche Mode's Your Own Personal Jesus.
it very much looks like I kind of missed that. Yeah.
And he does a pretty good job of it as well. He has a similar voice to David Gahan, but
There is
can't
one
really play
issue.
that.
Can't really play that because unfortunately the rights and the copyrights, and so unfortunately we can't.
And it's not very much of a C64 remix.
That is true, actually. Yeah, we
So,
are aiming for 64
multiple
and Amiga remixes.
problems.
Yeah, multiple problems with that. But I'm gonna play you something else in that case, and we stay at Mackay's kind of era, and
Hood.
we shift to the 90s then, because this is Glider Rider, and definitely,
In the sky.
yeah, it's also a singing one.
Oh,
Yes, but this is a very, very typical 90s
is that the
Eurodance.
Drunk Tarts version of Mackay's version?
No.
Oh.
As we sail across the sky, no longer visible to the eye. We're free from reality. We are the ones you cannot see. Keep on gaining altitude, higher and higher, me and you, until the earth is a bright blue dot, until each other is all we've got. Got a rider in the sky, take me with you for a while. Life is so hard to live down here. Take me with you way out there. Got a rider
Oh, thanks for switching us on. That's very nice.
I'm always switched on.
Are you
Oh,
now?
wait, what?
You're always turned on. You wanted to say?
No.
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 Even though, no.
No. He's turned off.
Oh, I just noticed there's a very nice still image of the animation. One of the frames.
Oh.
Very nice. Like brush strokes.
Make a screenshot. Maybe it will be
I'm
coming
just
in
gonna
handy later
take
on.
a picture like this because now I don't really need to. I can just extract that one image
Okay.
from the animation. But that was fun.
Yeah,
Oops. Hello. Hi. Hi.
Oops.
Hi.
Okay,
Hello.
you're fine.
Oh, okay. Am I back online? Hello. Hello.
And thank you for the tip for the salad bar master of cowbell. Just so you know, it's he recommended me a salad bar that is actually on Hisingen. So it's
Which
round.
one?
It's called MIN, if I see it correctly. No, MIM. So MIM. Not really sure what is it short for. More is more. Yeah, more is more. This is the name of it.
More is more. Na,
Yeah,
na,
kind of.
na.
I like the page, so I will remember later on. And yeah, Gabrielle said that it's so hot there that everyone is knocked out. Her daughter is knocked out as well by the temperature.
Oh, that's better than knocked up.
Knocked out. I didn't say knocked up.
No, that's why I said it's better than being knocked up.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think we are very lucky with this temperature here. I hear everyone complaining about this enormous amount of heat, and we know there is no global warming, right? So yeah, it's
a bit
crazy.
humid, but otherwise it's kind of nice.
I also read that in India there are some towns now where they actually stand in a line every day for their daily water that they can use for drinking and for cleaning themselves up and for everything basically that a human needs water for. And
which is everything.
Yeah, some people prognose that in a while probably there will be some wars about water. Not about other material things, but water, because...
Yeah, this is why we have guys like Bill Gates, for instance. He's I think it was Bill Gates, been working on cheap systems to cleanse river water and shit like that.
Mm-hmm. So. Excellent. Yeah, those things are, well, they seem to be needed, and the human nature is something like you don't really think only for tomorrow and only for short term, and the problem is that these problems are expected on a long term if we don't think of them now. So
someone please think of the children.
This is a serious topic.
Yeah, that's a serious quote from some cartoon or whatever.
Okay, yeah, so yeah, please do. Please do. Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure. Lala says, but our dear leader here declared that global warming is a Chinese hoax.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. That's why the Chinese are heavily investing in renewable energy sources.
Yeah.
Because hoax.
Completely by accident. No reason whatsoever. So yeah, let's be aware a little bit more of things. Anyway, we have Socrates Navrosidis via Facebook.
Gesundheit.
Socrates Navrosidis. I hope that I pronounce it right. Hello, happy couple. Oh, do we look happy? Thank you. I love 80s music like Rainbow Free from Buzzer, the dance mix, or Green Beret from T-Tracker. Best wishes for you both from Thessaloniki, Greece. Keep the scene alive.
Nice.
So nice. Yeah, and it must be very hot by you as well, I guess, now.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I haven't spoken to Vagelis since, was it late last week or something? Or early this week? Something like that. But he didn't mention anything about heat.
Well, maybe he is living in a lucky area, I don't know. But
Or he just likes heat. Who knows?
or maybe it's just not rough for him.
Yeah, maybe he just likes walking around in his leopard tangos. Who knows?
If he will hear this, you will get it next week. Okay, so here comes Buzzer and Rumble Free 80s Disco Mix.
Whee!
A very appropriate request for today, I'd say.
Banan asks, is there a tan you got on your skin? No, white t-shirt and I forgot to switch the lamp on.
Oh, you lucky bastard. It's like, for me, it's a hassle when I want to get any sort of tan.
Yeah, I get one very easily.
Yeah, lucky bastard. Yeah, I'm seriously working on my color. I probably mentioned that earlier, so I don't want to bore people with that. But in a nutshell, after 2 weeks of holiday next to the sea, having a sunbathe like for 1 hour daily, people ask me, were you really on holiday? It's not even visible on you. Great.
That's
Thank
great.
you. Working hard on it. Eventually, at one point, it will happen. So, yeah. And besides that, it's a great thing to have a minimal amount of tan, even for me, because it kind of protects me from burning later on. So, especially...
you mean you want a little bit of a tan?
Yeah, I mean...
right.
A little bit of it can even prevent later burnings. So
yes.
That's why it's very useful to have it.
Indeed.
And you said that at one point in the distant future you would like to move to place where the sun is always shining. Oh
yeah,
my goodness.
And then, you would do the 1 hour a day thing, and eventually you would get some color on your skin.
Well, eventually, after like a year, maybe, yeah.
Yeah. So,
And until
see?
then, it would be a series of burns, but never mind. That's gonna be okay.
Nah.
I'm not calibrated for that type of weather, I
You
think.
just get one of them very, very big hats with very big shade type thing. What's it called on a hat? The rim of the hat or something? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that either.
Like a very big one, so you don't need to carry not an umbrella. Is it called an umbrella for the sun? Because
Sunbrella.
yeah, sunbrella. Yeah. In Swedish, we have a different name for an umbrella for the sun, as opposed to one you use in the rain.
Okay. Yeah, we have a different name too.
Hmm.
I don't know.
But I never really needed that word in English, so never learned it.
Okay then.
Okay then.
Okay then.
Whatever.
Not whatever, but we don't really know the answer now. So anyone
No,
of
we
you
don't.
feels like knowing the answer of for an umbrella that is not against rain but sun, then you can share sunbrella. Until then, I'm going to use this. And Votega says,
That's a good
Votega,
word.
sorry.
Sorry.
Votega says she will be on an open air festival the next 3 days, and it's going to be so hot. Well, I can imagine. I mean, it's like that would be challenging for me in 30 degrees or so.
It would be fun.
But for you,
Yes.
born in a Finnish sauna or something,
Well, there's very little UV light in a sauna, so that's not the source of my melanin.
yeah, but you just like this type of temperature, which I
Yes.
don't understand. Yeah. Never
you.
mind. Anyway, Stephen Meert, or Mert. So Stephen Meert on Facebook said, can we have Rupert and the Toy Makers Party, I think you referred to. And yes, certainly you can.
Yeah, that's nice. Lovely.
Richard, Vestal, and Rupert, and the Toy Makers Party.
And See Old Fart on YouTube says, "Stay pale, you wear it well, girl."
Oh, thank you. That's so nice. Especially when you kind of go goth and use your black lipstick and clothes, and well, then it's very kind of a thing. I guess.
And on Facebook, Socrates says, "Many thanks. We are getting hot, but we are near what? Chalkidiki with the best sea for vacation."
Oh,
that's nice.
Yeah. That I can use a little bit of amount of palm trees with the sea and everything around, without the 35 degrees, preferably. But I know it doesn't work that way.
-5 and palm trees. It doesn't really work, does it? It's not. It doesn't really have the same ring to it. And you get frozen coconuts falling on your head.
And exactly. Lala said,
"Easy to make drinks out of, though."
Yeah, right. I mean, when it's frozen, why would it?
Yeah, you just pour the vodka on top of it and eat it with a spoon.
Yeah, right. Okay. And Lala says parasol, the official name for sunbrella. But he prefers sunbrella, though.
Yes, so do I now.
And
it's the official word now.
But parasol in some languages...
But it's a word.
Parasol in some languages is actually umbrella, so this is very confusing.
Is it?
Yes.
In what language?
I think in Polish it was, but let me check it out.
That seems weird. But then again, weirder things have happened.
Weirder things. And if we count languages like Hungarian, Polish, and the other complex, yes, parasol. I remembered well. Look at that.
And if you are trying to translate umbrella from English to Polish, and what if you try to translate parasol? Does it say umbrella then?
Parasolka od słońca, which is umbrella for sun, or well.
Oh, so you say umbrella for the sun, or umbrella for the rain?
Yeah, I mean they use the same thing on the first place. It looks like, and
we do have Polish people. Hello, Go Hanks. What do you call it? In Polish, parasol is the name of both types of umbrellas. Okay, yeah.
So you see,
you just said that on the channel. Yeah.
Well, it's
how do you know which one to bring? Because a parasol for the sun has big holes in it.
Excellent question.
Yeah. So if you say bring an umbrella or a parasol and it starts to rain and you bring the wrong type, that would be a pity. You know, with the volangs and shit. The knitted version.
Yeah, exactly. When especially those parasols that they use for the weddings, like the white ones, and then it has all the decoration, and it's weird. But it's. Well, sometimes I'm so proud of myself that I still remember words and things, because it's like there are so many other things, and new information is having an input or impact on me as an input, and it's
I'm proud of myself every day for remembering a word.
I know it sounds weird, but
good. Oh, what was the word? Oh, the bird. The bird. The bird is the word.
And Boswank said that, "Hello, Zelda. Thought you were going on the barbecue last week, but
maybe she did, because this is Puko."
Yeah. Zelda still haven't appeared yet.
She's having a cleaning party over here.
Yeah.
I can see.
So they can see. Oh, okay.
Yeah, cleaning up the chicken legs.
The chicken legs. Yeah, exactly. She is in the picture. I can see that now. Ah, right. Silly.
Yeah, Lala says para, to shield from, sol, sun in Latin, or from Latin.
Which is also funny, because para, if you use it in Hungarian context, it means a slangy way of fear of something.
So the thingy you want to go to is fear, 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 fear.
And then there
'Cause
is
it's
para
para,
para. Then there is para para, which is obviously not coming from the Hungarian expression. It's the way how they dance to Eurobeat music, because I think they think that there is no other way to dance to that music. Well, there is, but probably not everyone wants so energetic dance, so to speak. But they mostly dance with hands, like they point out and they do movements, and then like something like that. So it's it doesn't consume
So
that
it's
much
like
of energy.
It's like the opposite of river dance. So if you put para para and river dance together, you get a complete dance.
Yeah, probably.
So river para.
I see you have a problem digesting this, so let's play a track. Bozwank wants to hear Boz Thundercats featuring Sonic Wanderer.
It's the other way around.
Yeah, I mean, Bozwank, that was confusing. It's like Sonic Wanderer featuring Boz Thundercats, and I didn't even know that this is
Who
Boz
is Boz
talking there.
Thundercats?
What?
Who is Boz Thundercats?
I would love to know that, but he would enlighten you. Probably he will tomorrow.
Probably.
From beyond any known galaxy, bringing with them the laws and ideals of their doomed planet Pandera, come the Thundercats.
crazy.
No, I don't believe that this is Boz. This is impossible. It's just I don't understand.
Boz wanted to work as a voiceover guy, so he has basically been practicing twisting his voice in different ways all his life.
Since when he wanted to work as a voiceover guy?
Since many years
And
back.
why he didn't do it?
He has, partly. He's voiced over a couple of documentaries and such. And, so, yeah.
That sounds great. Maybe we should look that up. I'm curious about that.
Yeah, he had an entire website for that. Because the stuff he had on there, he read different passages and such from like with different emotions and so on, and put the audio clips up there, like to, well, I don't know, like a what's it called, a reel, show reel type thing. Yeah, but he. I think like mid 2000s, he kind of got bored with that to maintain the site, and the site didn't get any traffic really because he didn't really do anything with it.
Yeah, if he doesn't
created
advertise it
and put it out there, and well, you kind of need to push it a little bit to get
a little bit, yeah. And this, I guess, the voiceover industry is also kind of interesting. Because, well, I tried once or twice these things too, not on that serious level as Boz did, but there was an HR type of short film where I helped out the guys. It was in Hungarian. That was good fun. It was pretty amazing how the recording session went, and there were like 4 of us because we had to represent like 4 people. And I had the feeling that I would love to do that actually more often, but also there has to be a need for that. And you remember when I kind of applied for that cloud-based voiceover service, that was actually a bit interesting in the terms of they had a system built up for voiceovers and subtitle people all around the world. So it was cloud-based. They shared the kind of work that they got, obviously for not that much salary. So it was really hilarious kind of amount of money that they paid, but the job seemed like a great fun, and I was just thinking maybe why not? Did these test sessions or whatnot, and they were actually telling that there are 2 specific cheap type of microphones, so not professional ones we are talking about, and that we have to have one of those. And actually I did the test session and it turned out good because it was properly recorded with proper studio microphones and all of that. No, it's not good. They need those specific 2 types of microphones. And I was just reacting like, I'm sorry, is this not good enough for you? I can't really shift back, but is this something that I can take serious after that? No, I didn't. So after that, we didn't really hear from each other because I guess it's, I was polite in my email, but I also expressed my sort of not really being understanding about that thing that a studio microphone is not good enough.
No, I think they have a lot of automated processes to kind of make it as easy and quick as possible, especially since you are crowdsourcing in that sort of way.
Yeah.
That when you get clips from all corners of the world, you need an automated process to take care of the kind of quirks all of these microphones have. So they have a very narrow list of things that they expect, so they can process it properly.
Yeah, probably it's that type of thing that I might have seen one UI there, and maybe they have another one that doesn't work with anything else. I don't know, really, but that seemed like interesting. Anyway, yeah, it's a very interesting industry. and we have our friend Citrus as well, somewhere over the rainbow, and he helps us out.
He's in what, Bulgaria right now?
No, he's Slovakian. No,
Slovakia.
yes, he is partially Slovakian and partially Hungarian, and I think it's like an identity crisis forever for those who actually born that way. So yeah. Anyway, we have actually 2 Miami Vice requests here. They are separate requests, but Methanoid was. This was actually the first request of the evening, but I shifted to his second one first. Miami Vice Loda. Mr. Dista. Mr. Dista. And yeah, that is what we are going to play right now, I guess. Is it okay?
You guess?
I guess.
You have the play button there.
Uh-huh.
Do you know how to press it?
Yes, I'm going to show you.
Then I guess we're playing it. Ching ching.
Miami Vice Loda.
Loda. Mr. Dista.
Mr. Dista. Yeah. So nice. And we will continue with another Miami Vice track right after that. But
Nice.
But I have to greet Horváth Aladár, who is at the Volt Festival at the moment. And he says that it lacks Sid music, but it is still fun. I'm going to watch the show tomorrow. Have fun, guys. Thank you, Aladár. And very nice to see you here and there. And the thing is that Volt Festival is also a sort of big thing happening like annually in Hungary. It's in the city of Sopron. That's a smaller type of city, town, kind of. And this year there's gonna be Slash of Guns N' Roses, by the way, just so you know. And
the dude with the hat.
The dude with the hat, yeah, and Two Unlimited and Culture Beat and DJ Sash, right? So yeah, some things for the dance fanatics. And I found possibly Swedish band as well. Jan Blomqvist and band. Do you?
Sounds very Swedish.
Yeah, I'm just asking you. Do you know anything about them?
No.
That's great
I
because
thought you were gonna ask. Do you know him?
No, but you know,
you're Swedish. Do you know this guy?
That's not what I wanted to do. But
hey, Lala, you live in the U.S. Do you know Donald Trump? Do you kind of go to coffee and that sort of thing? No, sorry. Do you go to KFC and that sort of thing? That's better. Yeah.
No, the point is that maybe you heard of the guy.
Nah.
No, you haven't.
No idea.
It's a very funny fact that we have to hear from a Hungarian festival's lineup to learn about the Swedish performer who will perform there. So yeah, there are always some nice people playing there. So it's just a free.
Yeah, I think you sent me that link.
No, that must have been
months ago.
That must have been Siget, and Siget is the biggest one.
Yes, because I'm looking at your browser there, and it kind of looks the same.
Well,
as the Siget thing.
Yeah, there is some common organizers there anyway, and what is happening, as I said, in a small town, and Siget is happening in the capital, in Budapest, and
on one of the islands.
It has an entire island, so this is why they call it Island of Freedom, and there are a lot of stages and bands playing annually. Usually at the first part of August for an entire week, and this one is only 3 days long. So,
do you remember that joke I came up with the other day? Where do all the computer illiterates live?
I just remember I was tired, but yes.
Around Danube.
Yes, now I do.
Sorry about that.
We love you too.
Jason Parker says, it just happened this morning. I got a message from Facebook to say that I am a top fan. I'm not going to argue with them. It's an honor to be so highly decorated.
Highly decorated.
We like that too.
Indeed.
That's very nice. And now, actually, it pops up on all his messages. I think it's a little diamond or something, or some sort of gemstone or whatever.
Diamond.
And says, top fan. That's very interesting.
Lovely.
I don't know what the criteria are for that. The pop-up basically just says, this badge helps you stand out on the page and others, out to the page and others.
Okay.
Become a top fan by being one of the page's most active people. So yeah.
I think, activity is, partially commenting, maybe liking, and I have a page where I comment regularly. It's about styling things and outfit related and seasonal type related things, and I became a storyteller there.
Oh.
Yeah,
Storyteller.
so storyteller. So it's like I don't know, five
This
of
is-
us was.
This is like they kind of stole the idea of these from forums, and they used to have like a junior and senior
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
top. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Crap talker or whatever.
Top
you
crap
had.
talker.
Yeah, well, you had you could define those, of course, but they had a 10 different layers or whatever by default.
Mhm.
You could then edit what those levels meant.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a kind of thing like that, I think. And the activity is certainly either commenting, liking, or maybe sharing as well.
Yeah, so go and like everything we do.
Wow.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Be careful what you wish for, because in the end you wouldn't be able to keep up with all the notifications you get.
I know.
You introvert.
Yeah, well, if notifications don't require me to actually respond, then it's all good.
Okay. So, my advice.
like this, for instance, we are right now. I'm introvert, but I'm talking to people, not with people.
Oh, well.
So I don't need to actually expend energy in trying to read facial expressions or undertones or whatever else. I just do my bit, which is basically nothing. You do the driving and you do everything else. So yeah, you do your thing. I'm just in
Well,
this
you do
corner
some
over here.
background job in the latest months, so I really have to tell that it's like a lot.
Yeah, but with the social interaction thing, I mean.
Yeah, okay, that part. Yeah, but you participate in the social interactions as well. Yeah, don't look like that.
I'm trying to replicate the face I have on the promo picture.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of the eyebrows, both on you and me, on the promo picture there, looks like I don't know. You know, when people, or women mostly, not people, but women mostly shave off their eyebrows and then they paint them back on. It's like the weirdest fucking shit ever. You know, why the fuck would you do that? Silly. It's just... Sometimes you just, you know, like this fucking Angry Bird type shit on the eyebrows. I'm like, are you gonna go around being angry all day, or what's the deal here?
I know, right? And there's some epic fails of eyebrow painting it back that comes. Well, I'm gonna talk about that later because it certainly has its reasons, but
I'm sure it does.
JU Nebula had a request of Miami Vice, the Daytona Spider remix made by Martin Dodd. So let's play this.
That sounds good.
Yep. Sorry, I switched us
Very
off.
Miami Vicey.
Yeah, very 80s.
Indeed.
Yay.
Indeedly doodly.
Diddly doodly. People still haven't requested one song that I might actually play after the next one.
So
Yeah.
you get to make a request of your own.
Oh, that's so great. Sometimes I can do that too, right?
Yes, you can.
Can
you can
I?
request all the songs if you want.
Nah, that doesn't work.
Yes,
And-
it does.
People, if you feel like, still there are sometimes slots now for requests, it looks like. So don't be shy to request, because now you can. It appears so. And
Yes.
forgot
And to do that, you go to slayradio.org and find the live menu and make request right under it.
I was always wondering, if you say something like that in English, doesn't it sound a bit unpolite? To
In
do
what
that,
way?
to do that, you go there, like you make a statement, like you go there now and request.
You missed the first part.
Mhm.
To do that,
To do that, but
Mhm.
it's like a small nuance in the how you say it, like. And to do that, you go on Slate Radio, blah blah blah. So it sounds a bit like a declaration to me.
I had a discussion with Elman. Let me see if I can find that, because it was kind of fun. Jesus. For an introvert, I sure talk fucking lot on here. This is alarming. Anyway, he had some sort of conversation with a colleague or someone he worked with or something, and he was British, of course, and he was overly polite.
Oh,
So I'm trying to find this. Meanwhile, talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna find it because it was fucking funny.
okay. So yeah, just the thing, because I'm asking is that if you do this on another language, like not all of them, obviously, but in Hungarian, for instance, it's if I would claim something like that or say something like that, it sounds a bit like a demand, and it's not with exclamation mark in the end, but as a demand, it's even stronger. So you know what I'm talking about, I guess. I mean, more or less, but
Yeah, well, I don't think that was overly kind of demanding or anything. It was merely pointing out, if you want to do this, then you do that.
Yeah.
It's just being factual, and it's not being rude or anything. It's like, if you want a cake, you can bake it.
yeah.
Here's a recipe.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not going to bake it for you,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, understandable. And Trace has joined on Facebook. And
Ooh, hello, Trace.
Gimme Love asks, he's going on to run on a 33 kilometers trail in Saturday, and can suggest some tunes. Can anyone suggest some tunes with good beat, uplifting, and uns? And
Anything
then-
DHS.
Yeah, that works definitely. Instant Remedy, Sonic Wanderer, from the scene, just a few of them. Let us think this through, because there are many. If you have Dex's tracks, perfect. Then whom we have?
Unless he picks the orchestral ones, because those
yeah,
are
not
are not
those.
very unzy.
Yeah, not those, definitely not. And yeah, I said I would listen to mega mixes if I would prepare for such thing. They are really good because they don't stop. They keep you going, and it's a personal preference if you prefer to have shorter or longer tracks in a mega mix. I totally love when the tracks are shorter even, because the entire thing feels for me like a big party. And the point of a mega mix is the great mixing. And well, when I'm doing it, I'm not doing it that right yet, but I'm trying to aim for it. It's a really fun thing to do as well.
When you say mixing, do you mean the transitions?
The transitions,
Okay.
yes. Well, what else is mixing? I mean, really?
Yeah, you could add extra layers of beats to a track.
But that's also
then,
kind of transition, I think. It's,
well, no, a transition. It's like an extra layer on top of that you then kind of build the other tracks on top of.
yeah, that you can do.
So
I was mostly referring to transitions, though. You have to do it right, and you have to definitely prepare for that. I learned it on a hard way for live sets, because once I wasn't really prepared, and no, it doesn't work that way. So
try that live on Slay Radio, and Boz tried it live too a couple of times, and there's always fuck ups if you don't prepare and know exactly when to do what and all that shit.
Yeah, so that
Unless you know the songs by heart, both the start and the end, and probably middle parts. Because it could be fun, like in the bed you're playing right now, you see there's a middle part that is more silent, and sometimes you can bring in the next song already in the middle of that song to bring in the beat, for instance, and filter out the top end, so you only get the beat. So you start building it up like halfway through the other song.
Yeah.
So there's lots of different techniques you can use, but it's good fun to play around with.
Yeah, it's absolutely good fun, and it's even better fun to listen to it, I think. So
well, that's kind of the point, for it to be fun to listen to.
yeah. So yeah, it's and he gets several tips now, I think.
He?
I mean, Gimme Love, who wanted to run with this. So yeah, but here still you can get a lot of tips as well, what to play with, because I think 80s and 90s are pretty famous of those bouncy tracks anyway. And Malthus says, Luke, I found a nice 80-ish tune, Roland's Red Race 80s disco remix by Red District. Well, this was very 80s.
Indeed, very, very 80s.
Varieties.
Varieties.
Varieties of very 80s songs. Yeah. And hi, Crowd Guy. By the way, late night joiners are welcome as well.
Interesting, the link, because Arok has that little thingy on the A, the link to your live set from there. What is it? Rock Party Live.
Rock Party, yeah. Yeah. Because I shared 2 links on the IRC channel that I think they kind of turned out well-ish. I mean, sometimes I listen to them as well, meanwhile work, when I need something like longer thing. And yeah, obviously, if you make a mega mix, you prefer your favorite tracks to play, so that's how it works. So it's kind of easy to listen to it after that several times.
Yeah, and if you listen to something at work, it should be like a no-brainer thing. You just put it on and it kind of drones on in the background type thing, so you can concentrate on work. And if you are listening to tracks that you know already, then it's much easier. Yeah,
and you can still get shivers of them, even for the 100th time. So that is the great thing about them. So yeah, it's I really like to listen to music that way, and I'm a maniac of mega mixes.
Maniac,
yep.
etc.
Yeah, the first mega mix I heard when I was like 12-year old, and I was totally fascinated by it. It was like, I need this. I need as many mega mixes as possible in my library, because they are like a huge party and I just want them. So yeah, just kind of rare that you could get mega mixes that time, and it took hard work to get them and copy them by cassette or something. But sometimes we had some radio stations that were kind of a little bit underground-ish, and they cared about those things. And sometimes they said that, and now for the recording, the next hour we won't speak because we will play this mega mix. And then when all of a sudden someone thought that it's a good idea to speak in the middle of it, I was so angry.
Yeah, it's like when you were recording shit on cassette from radio, you were waiting for that one song you really liked and you started to record it, and then just they shit all over the intro or the outro or the middle of the song, and you go, "Arr!"
Yeah, exactly.
It's not really like you could edit the start and the end from different recordings either.
Not really, no. But once I did a 10-minute long mega mix via cassettes, actually. Like I had a 2-deck.
Did you have a scratchy thing in there?
No, I was lucky with that 2 decks. How you call it? Tape recorder.
Double decker thing.
Double decker tape recorder. We had several in the household, but only mine was capable of pressing the record button and not leaving a pause. So that was the point, that it wasn't leaving a pause. It was overflowing to the previous track. And I liked this feature so much that I started to actually put tracks after each other.
What do you mean pause?
When you press the record button on a tape recorder, most of the tape recorders were leaving a second pause, or you could hear when the record started.
Yeah.
Mine was different. And that was actually giving the idea of doing a kind of manual mega mix, like the 10 minutes long. It required a lot of work and thinking that time, but I really enjoyed to do that. So yeah, I have a kind of obsession with that thing.
Do you still have that?
This obsession?
No, the recording, the cassette.
I have the tape player. Yeah, it's in my hometown, I think, and it's still there in the basement. Yeah, the lovely one. Yeah, so many nice hours. And we have a mind reader request here, because the track that I wanted to play actually got into the request list. Ooh. Thanks to Lala. Hi.
La 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 la.
So,
la 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 la.
And that's a new line for him to introduce. I didn't think of that yet, but excellent. So, Lala said, Sirdan, Puka City. Wow, yes, and yes, definitely.
Yes, definitely.
Yes,
Very,
definitely.
very 80s and very, very nice.
Very definitely.
City.
Well, we couldn't have better track for this show. So I just started with In Karate because it was done even after Puka City. But yeah, that would be the second choice of mine for this theme, probably. Probably. And we have Michael Wildhagen, who already had a comment right at the start, which I was really smiling on, which is calling Mr. Slay. I know what I want and I want it now. I want you.
I want you because I'm Mr. Slay.
Yeah, but I see. I found some companion in his taste. It looks like, because he said that I'm also a real Megamix maniac. Started with the Deep Dance series in the golden 80s and 90s, and well, my first Megamix that I ever got was a Deep Dance Megamix, and I still think that these were probably one of the best series ever, because they had this thing that they played the track maximum for 2 minutes, one single track. So the point was rather the flow of the mix than playing the entire track.
Yeah, so kind of a variation was part of the concept.
Yeah, and it became a thing on its own, and I think it was DJ Deep started that at the end of 80s, around end of 80s, I guess, and then he kind of got out, like, I'm not really sure what was under his name, because after the 60th or 70th Deep Dance, the label changed something, and I think it was not done anymore by DJ Deep, but something was there. Something was certainly there. And they were usually aiming for the current dance tracks going on, and some of them you prefer more or less, but certainly there were some of them that I could never listen on their own, but it was bearable in the Megamix until that extent that they were playing it. So yeah, I'm so happy when I hear about actually someone else who is like that crazy about something like I am.
I've never even heard of those. We had these absolute dance and absolute disco and all those kind of things, but I don't think they were mega mixes of any sort. It was just a collection of current music in one genre or another.
You had a different scene then. I think we were mostly relating to Germany and Germany's Eurodance scene, and that is why it happened. And Sweden always had its own music scene in that matter, and you had ABBA and Ace of Base and Roxette and all of these big names, so it was good for you.
Yeah, good for you.
Good for you. But Germany had certainly it was certainly center of Eurodance for a while, I think.
I remember Germany being kind of a hotspot for various types of music, but in the 80s and 90s, I kind of more leaned towards rock and metal, and in the I guess early 90s I kind of started shifting away from that and started listening to other things. Like Depeche Mode was one of the early ones that I shifted away from the rock and metal kind of a thing.
Okay. Yeah, that is a valid point as well. It's everyone just probably, it matters when you turn out to be a teenager. I mean, I turned out to be a teenager at the age of 12. That was the point when I kind of got familiar with the...
Do you know what teenager means?
I know.
Well, when you're 12, you're not a teenager.
Not?
No.
Why not?
Listen to the numbers. 11, 12, 13, 14,
Oh
15.
my God, really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Right. Okay then.
So you were close, but...
I was almost a teenager.
Yes.
Thank you. And then I started to be specifically interested about music, and especially the current tracks that were playing. So that was like a sort of golden age in that sense that it was 95, and that was the year, I think, that was probably the best for Eurodance ever, because after that everything got faster in the next year with the rave and techno and hardcore and things, and then in 97, the second year, everything got slower towards the house part of the music, and then people realized that they would be able to dance properly probably for like 180 BPM or something. It was also fun, but
yeah, sure, but you got other stuff out of it as well, like Prodigy.
Yeah, sure. There were, and the Britpop stuff.
Very
and
danceable.
yeah, definitely. So this wasn't the only genre there, but that was certainly the type of music that I was mostly relating to there. So there was something that touched me deeply with that, and it never got over.
Yeah, so
I never got over it, really.
Yeah, so the genre you kind of liked picked up speed, basically.
Yeah, but the speed wasn't the only criteria for that. So it had to have a certain energy and melodies, and everything had to come together. So I didn't like all of the tracks that I heard. I rather liked those that had this, I don't know, that the very, very, to me, the very energetic ones that were like coming and smashing you down, and it's just
smashed you over the head with a baseball bat.
Yeah, exactly. So these were, but everyone has different preferences.
And Will Hagen says, but lots of the European Eurodance tracks were produced in Sweden by Dennis Pop, and fuck, I forget his name. Someone who worked with Dennis Pop is now writing most of the pop music you hear on the radio for everyone who is famous, basically. Britney Spears, Madonna, you name it.
That's good to know, actually.
Fuck is his name now? Jesus, Dennis Pop, and it's Max Martin. Thank you. So yeah.
I don't see the conversation now, but yeah, it's good to know.
Yeah, but yeah, it's, I don't know. It's that type of scene seems to be kind of centered around middle of Europe somewhere, like Germany, parts of Poland, certainly Germany at least, Sweden, partly Norway.
Yep.
And Denmark.
Okay.
Fun stuff.
Indeed. And how about the summer of 89, 89, 89,
that's,
86?
Brian, whatever.
Yeah, it wasn't 69 that I wanted to say. The summer of 86.
69.
Yes. Top 64 said late request, but from the heart with greetings to crowd guy Stellodusis.
I just got an idea.
I wanted to introduce a request here.
I just got an idea because you said summer of 69 and Brian, what's his face? But
Brian Adams.
Thank you. But my mind went to Meatloaf. So someone needs to do. But I would do anything for Sid, but I won't do that.
Well.
Mackey, if you're listening, that's your next project.
Okay, assign it to him. Let's see what happens. And Salo, this is summer of 86. You were doing a very nice thing tonight. Oh, thank you.
Thing. Yeah, let's listen to this thing. That's a weird mix of like 60s and 80s in a way. Has the disco feel to it,
Definitely.
and the strings and everything.
Many people like the song, and I
Yeah,
was
it's
wondering,
very nice.
where is the guy right now? Because it seems like he is having 2 remixes, and with like 12 years in between 2002 and 2014. And I would be curious.
2002, 2010, and 2014.
No, 2010 is Peter W. So that's not him.
Ah, right. He's the original composer of the thingy. My bad.
Yeah, because he's an original set composer as well. Yeah, he does a great job, and it would be nice to hear more from him, I think.
Indeed.
So yeah. Sounded great. Thank you for the request, Dub64. That was amazing. And we slowly approach the end of the show. We still have like 20 minutes, I think. Oh, and I forgot to tell you the reasons the reasons behind the eyebrow thingies.
All right.
So the thing was, and the thing
Explain to me.
The thing is still that the style of eyebrows is changing, like era by era. Sometimes they specifically declare that the non-wide, like the thick, thin one is in trend, and then later on, like 10 or 20 years has passed, and then the natural is the trend. And then,
right now it seems like the quite bushy eyebrow is back.
And
so almost a unibrow thing.
Exactly.
You only have this like a few millimeters in between or whatever. Just but the whole thought of just shaving them off and then drawing them back on seems futile.
The
at
problem
best.
the problem is that it's not shaving. Usually they form it like they remove the
or
little
pluck them,
hairs.
shave or pluck or whatever.
No, if you
remove.
shave them, that's not the same, because they will grow back within a day or two.
Yeah, sure, that's fine. But shaving or plucking or whatever, it's the same concept. You remove the eyebrows and then you paint them back on. It's like, why?
Because maybe they either are not satisfied with the line of it, how it goes.
Oh, so I should start doing that with my beard. I'll shave it off and then I draw it back on.
Well, you can technically do that with a tattoo or something, yeah.
Why tattoo? I can just use a permanent marker or whatever. It will wear off in a week or whatever.
Michael Wildhagen says, I will become famous with eyebrow wigs. Business idea.
Eyebrow wigs. That's a good one.
That's a good one indeed. No, it's like, I cannot avoid that. All of us are somehow victims of that type of thing, because it's... even the age of my mom, she also removed like most of them for a while, and then of course after that it doesn't grow back, right? So you have to do something. And it was exactly like in my age. Then it was extremely like, it seemed like you seemed like a bit careless when you didn't remove it, or part of it at least. And then I started to regulate it, and it got like thinner and thinner, and after that, like 20 years later, I want it back. And no, it doesn't work that way.
Lala says, unibrow is back? Then I should stop shaving the middle of mine.
Maybe you should. Who knows? Yeah, but it's a tricky one. I mean, you cannot really avoid that. It's.
I know Andreas Wallström, for instance. He has this aversion against hair, so he shaves everywhere. He's like a blank slate.
His eyebrows.
Except eyebrows, of course. But with regard to hair growth, I kind of think that it's there. Fuck it. Like who the fuck cares? Everyone grows hair differently. Some get like spotty beard, so even like when they grow up and or grow old rather, they still get these spotty kind of beard growth, and they can never grow a full kind of a Viking beard like Uthar because they have that. But then again, fuck it. Who cares? It's like you don't need to be like everyone else, so why do that? I don't get the concept, really.
It's a personal preference, how you see the mirror and all of that. So some people just prefer different things. Like,
some people prefer to be like every other person.
That's not the entire point of that. There are things that you feel like it's appropriate for you, and there are things that you don't really feel comfortable with. Like, some girls don't wear makeup, some girls like to wear makeup. This is the same thing. It's like you like the mirror a bit better when you do some enhancement. And
well, the mirror does fuck all. It only reflects.
Jesus Christ. He doesn't get it. Never mind. So let's carry on with the request, which was requested by, well, I'm not entirely sure about that, but unknown user wants to hear an R-type version, and
if you read closely, I think you will find that it actually says uncount user.
Uncount user? Yes.
It's a bug in the system that Boz wrote the requesters system. And from the first version of this, it stayed in there because we noticed it a number of years back, but it's still fun. Who cares?
Okay. So he wants to hear R-type, not non-specified version, and as Jimmy was requesting Lagerfeld R-type Doppelganger summer remix, so yeah, definitely.
One man and his galaxy.
To shave the galaxy.
Yeah. Exactly.
Appropriate.
One man and his ship on a mission to save the galaxy. R-type.
So do you know your arse type?
I do know my arse type.
You
Do
too.
you know your arse type?
Oh, well.
Round and fruity, I was going to say, but that's not quite so correct.
Fruity?
It's from that Picard joke. Someone who made, what was it called? Jews. You're round and fruity. Fuck you. Someone who can mimic Jean-Luc Picard or Patrick Stewart, who plays Jean-Luc Picard, and they make a bunch of jokes about apple juice and a lot of Star Trek jokes, of course.
Okay.
Yes. Anyway,
Anyway.
that was a reference to that. Anyway,
Anyway.
arse type.
Arse type. Yeah. Do you think we still have time for 2 songs?
Depends on the song. If you're gonna play a full Marcel version of Knucklebusters or Tetris, then no, we don't even have enough time for one song.
Oh.
Because they're like 16 minutes and 24 minutes, I think, respectively.
Yeah, probably that's not what I meant. So
No.
But yeah, since we have 10 minutes and I have a 5-minute long song lined up,
Okay, let's play that then.
let's play that. Let's. Okay, then after the song we will say a proper goodbye and all
Yes.
of that. Okay, then.
So I can't say goodbye right now.
No, you can't.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not allowing you to say goodbye now.
Okay, so bye-bye then. See you after the song.
Wow, okay, you can say goodbye for 5 minutes. Methanoid requested Eurodance Recharge Nitro version by Kronberg.
Oh, nice one.
Ooh. With the finishing of Slaygon.
Yeah, like Boswank said earlier about the conversation we had about being annoyed with recording something off of radio and they fuck up the beginning, middle, or end, like talk over it. And I used to do that when I did the flip side, because I was playing songs that either were not finished or like Ryan's solo album that is now 18 years in the making or something like that. So I kind of ruined those on purpose, and he commented on that.
We were always talking about how it was in the flip side, and well, maybe at one point it would be great to.
Yeah, but it takes a lot of work, and I don't have time to do the work. That's the problem. So I was actually, I have been kind of brewing that idea in my head a little bit. So there might be some features implemented in a bit when I get time. That would make it a little bit easier for me to do one. But I need to kind of finish percolating those ideas.
Percolating
Yes.
those ideas. Oh, like you're percolating an espresso.
Yes.
Okay then. Well,
It's bubbling and such.
bubbling.
Yes. I've discussed the idea with Boz as well, and he's willing to help. And we discussed the ways to do it, but we didn't really agree on all the points and all that stuff. So we'll see what happens. But there's some talks with regard to the flip side going on.
Yeah, and you had another idea too with him.
Yes,
Yes.
I did.
At one point.
Yes, and that idea will be revealed when it's time.
Okay then.
Yes.
Anyway, let's not speak in code words. Yeah?
Yes, so let's be clear about one thing.
One thing.
One thing.
One.
At least one thing tonight.
Okay.
This was a show. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yes, it was. And yeah, I think we did a nice track list here. So
Yeah, I kind of enjoyed the mix of songs. That was nice.
I'm glad you say that, since it's not mainly your taste as we know it.
No,
But
it is not, but it was a nice selection. Thank you for requesting the songs.
yeah, indeed. Thank you, people, for being with us and requesting the songs and keeping up with us in the Commodore. And
Are you keeping up with the Slay Radio?
oh no, that's getting worse. I really think we should say goodbye.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, I think.
I can do worse.
Yeah, I'm sure about that. So, once again, thank you everyone for being with us and listening and requesting. And next week we're gonna be back. And since we shifted to Thursday schedule, it very much looks like that it will be a Thursday. And I'm just checking the calendar. Yes, definitely without any problems. So we will be back next
Definitely,
Thursday.
there is a Thursday next week. Thanks for
Definitely.
checking.
Thanks for confirming. Yeah. And I thought that we could finish the show summing it up with Little Did He, that is made by Buzzer, not the original one, but the remix, because the original one was made by Der Danko.
Ich bin der Danko.
Der Danko.
Und ich bin schön. Ich tanze Disco in sexy tempo.
And the track is called Complications More Cowbell Mix, and this is also a track that pretty much sums up 80s and 90s as well, I
It
think.
does. He has a way with his chord progressions to kind of pull from the 80s and early 90s, which just it sounds nice.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for listening, and good night.
And
See
Lala,
you next time.
Lala, you can sit down only after 2 minutes and 40 seconds. That's it.
Sorry about that, Lala.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you still have 2 minutes and 40 seconds to dance. After that, you can sit down. I promise.
And breathe.
Yeah, indeed. And Martin Land as well has a track to furiously dance in the living room kitchen. So thank you once again, everyone.
Thank you. And bye-bye.
Good night. Have sweet dreams. See you next week.
Sweet dreams.
Bye.
See ya. Bye-bye.
listener. Slay a while. Slay forever.